Hello friends, this is Carrie and welcome back to I Like Reddit channel. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we have 4 stories out of the Entitled Parent subreddit. Let's begin. Our first story is by Catfrix. No Karen, your kid cannot have my asthma medication. This happened to me today and I'm still scratching my head for the logic. Mandatory on my phone, non-English speaker, disclaimer. Cast, me, Karen, hero bus driver. I'm a 34-year-old Dutch guy without a driver's license. It sucks, but Dutch public transport kinda rocks. So for almost 2 years now, I've been using it to get to my job in those 2 years. I've never really had a bad experience that didn't involve a late bus and rain until today, that is. Because of the pandemic, bus schedules have been adjusted to once or twice per hour. It's far from ideal, but I understand why. Kids are not going to school, so the bus company would lose money letting empty buses drive. But when it came to the schedule, I drew the short straw because if I want to go by bus from home to my work, I would be traveling 90 minutes instead of 40, and I would arrive at work 30 minutes earlier than normal. To me, this is not an option, so I decided to cycle to work halfway. That way I cut 30 minutes out of my trip and get to work at my normal time. The one problem today is that I'm an asthmatic and it was quite windy out this morning. So I get to the bus station this morning, already struggling for breath. I quickly lock my bike and walk towards the terminal, focusing on my breath. 5 minutes later, the bus arrives. I greet the driver and sit down. A minute later, our Karen of the story enters the bus. She takes a seat on the row next to mine, and a few minutes later, the bus driver starts the bus and off we go. I still feel like I'm struggling for breath, and while coughing, I quickly get my inhaler plus chamber out, assemble it, and start using it as I struggle to breathe. It instantly works and I feel precious oxygen enter my lungs. This piques Karen's attention. "Why are you doing that?" she asks. "Taking my medication. I have asthma, and with this weather, it was quite a struggle getting here," I replied. "Does it help with breathing?" she asks. I nod my head. "Well, yes." She extends the E. "I have kids at home, and with the virus, I don't want them to suffocate if they get it. So give me that inhaler. You can get a new one." She holds out her hand. Oh boy. "Not going to happen, lady," in the most dry, mocking tone. "I need these meds, and they don't help for the virus." "I don't care. Give it here," she says as she thrusts her hand out again. "My kids need it more." I again tell her no, put my medication in my backpack, and pull out my headset. This is where Karen goes full EP and grabs my backpack and starts going through it. Luckily, hero bus driver was paying attention. We all lurch forward as he hits the brakes. He stops the bus, stands up, best drill instructor voice says, "Lady, give this man his backpack back now." There was absolutely no doubt of the authority in his voice, and the lady turns tomato red as she hands back the backpack. I thought that was it. Oh boy, was I wrong. I'm not going to type this in caps, but our hero yelled every word. "Why on earth would you think that someone's asthma medication would help against the virus? Besides, you saw this man use it. What if he had the virus, but you didn't get sick? Also, he used it. You are gross, lady. Get off my bus now." The lady looks like a deer caught in the headlights, but doesn't move. "Get off now." Hero yells again. Finally, the lady got up and out of the bus. I thanked our hero bus driver as he sits back down and we get on our way again. As the bus drives off, I saw the lady on her phone. No assault, police, or destruction of property, so it could have been much worse. Still, I wish I could tell this to this Karen. Too bad we weren't out of the city yet, you disgusting bee. A couple of things. If asthma medication was so effective against the virus, wouldn't doctors be prescribing asthma medication to everybody? Oh, they don't? Well then, what gives this woman the right to rob this guy who clearly has asthma of his medication? And not forgetting the fact that asthma kills thousands of people every year. Or how about the fact that the guy used it? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I typically label medications like ear medication, eye, nose, inhaler in the same category as medications you don't share with other people. And this lady wants his asthma medication that he used. Extra gross. But what do you guys think? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our next story. Our next story is by Tapan821, entitled Mother versus Security and Hotel Staff and Police. Wow. So, a previous job of mine was being a security guard at a pub, mainly stopping drunks and minors from entering the pokey room. So I'm minding my own business. It is 1:30 in the morning, bar closes at 2, all is good. A mother turns up with a toddler and a stroller, walks up to the entrance. Sorry ma'am, juveniles can't come in, so you have to leave. I gesture to the big sign that says no unsupervised children in the car park. Mother leaves the child, walks in, firmly exclaiming that I'm there, therefore the child is supervised. I neither have the qualifications nor the insurance to look after children. I walk in and get the hotel manager's attention. We approach the entitled mother and inform her that she has to leave due to her breaching the conditions of entry. Her toddler is still alone outside. We inform her that she has now been instructed to leave, and if she refuses, then the police will be called. Of course she refuses. The manager makes the call, refusal to leave licensed premises, and child abandonment. Let's just say the police arrived promptly. The entitled mother had entered the women's bathroom, so while one of the officers stayed with the child, the other officer and I stand outside of the ladies' room and wait. She walks out straight into us. Some insults thrown at us, and she is firmly escorted outside, and it becomes a police matter. Report given, CCTV footage handed over, and they'll depart. The mother's throwing more insults, business as usual. I guess entitled mom's logic is, why bother neglecting my child at home and getting wasted when I could do it at a bar and leave them outside? I don't know. Well, if this is the way she treats her kid in public, can you imagine how she treats them in private? And in which case, if this is how she treats them in private, I think CPS is probably the best place for the kid to be. And the best place for the mom to be is in jail. What do you guys think? Please leave your comments in the comments section down below. If you've been watching until here and are enjoying my content, please put some heart emojis in the comment section down below. Our next story is by Sick of It Blondie. Excuse me for feeding my child. So this happened in Walmart about a week ago. Me and my boyfriend were going there to try and get some more baby wipes for our daughter. I say try because the idiots around here keep buying them up even if they don't have kids. Honestly, it's ridiculous, but anyway. So we're going in the store when our daughter starts crying. I figure she either needs to be changed or is hungry. I go to the family bathroom and check out her diaper. Good there. So we have a hangry baby on our hands. So I head to the shoe section where they have a bench I could sit on to feed her. Now I'm breastfeeding and doing formula if she doesn't get full from breast milk, but I have a flowery purple cover for breastfeeding in public. Basically, it looks like a giant bib, where the only way you could see anything is if you stood behind my shoulders and looked down my neck hole. I got seated and put it on, giving my baby a boob. She calms down and starts feeding. Now my boyfriend was going to check for wipes while I did this. She had maybe been nursing for 2 minutes when I heard the noise of a Karen wildebeest in the wild. Ahem. I look up to see her and what looks like her 15-year-old son standing at the end of the shoe shelf. I figure maybe there was someone around the side of the shelf I couldn't see in her way. So I went back to just focusing on my baby. Then the beast chuffled again. Ahem. I look up again to see her glaring daggers at me. So now I realize her huffs were aimed at yours truly. And I ask the beast, is there a problem? You shouldn't be doing that in a public place, huffles the beast. I'm on very little sleep at this point and have been frustrated by idiots like her for days now, since I haven't been able to find wipes for my kid. So I just say, look, I'm feeding my kid. If you have a problem with it, go to another part of the store. You can't see anything anyway, so you're just being ridiculous. She huffles again, probably about to run her mouth more, when an employee comes around the corner with a metal shelf of stuff for restocking, I assume. So the beast grabs her offspring's hand and flees. I get to finish feeding my child in peace till the ginger giant arrives, sadly without wipes yet again. We head home. I had forgotten about this until he reminded me the other day, since I told him on the car ride home. Edit. For those asking in the comments, we had a checkup appointment for the baby before we had went into the store, hence why we did it all together. Otherwise, normally Giant does the store runs while I stay home. I can't understand why people can't just mind their own business. It wasn't like the OP was waving her boobs around or streaking through the store. She was breastfeeding, something that women have done for millennia. But what do you guys think? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our final story. Our final story today is posted by Strontium Mutt 75. Karen gets her just desserts from a tough-as-nails pregnant woman who I offer my seat to on the train. This was about a year ago. First off, let me say, unlike my last post in this awesome sub, this only involves 4 people. Me, pregnant lady, a black lady, and Karen, a mother of 4, probably 4 different fathers, which entitled her to CSA payments, so the lazy, ugly lady can spend all day sitting on her butt watching Jeremy Kyle. I've noticed you call EMs Karen. Can someone explain that to me, please? So, it's 5:45 on a Friday evening. I'm on the train home after a pretty chilled day at work. I'm looking forward to spending a quiet weekend with my wife and husband, wife being my actual wife and husband being my Xbox. It's a marriage of convenience, like Chuck and Larry. So, first stop, New Cross Gate. Karen gets on her double-barreled pram with the youngest 2 of her brood and her 2 oldest ones on foot. Noticing the train seats are packed, she rolls her eyes and parks the pram right in front of the door so that no other passengers can get on or off without having to ask her to move it. Pulls out her tacky-covered iPhone and starts Facebooking, probably moaning that she can't even find a seat on the train. So 2 stops after this, Honor Oak Park, pregnant lady gets on the train. Still no seats. So I stand and say, "Would you like a seat?" To which she replies, "Thank you very much." I notice out of the corner of my eye, Karen is triggered. Karen, "Excuse me, why didn't you offer me a seat when I got on?" Me, "You didn't ask." Karen, "Neither did she." Me, "She didn't have to." Karen, I have 4 children here. My life isn't easy." I was about to say something back, but the pregnant lady decided to jump in. Pregnant lady, "Yes, it must be hard work dragging your butt from the bed to the sofa every day." There were deathly silence, then a few stifled giggles. Opposite where the pregnant lady was sitting, a smartly dressed black lady smirked and nodded as to say, "Well said." Karen's jaw dropped. Karen, "Don't speak to me like that. Who the F do you think you are?" Pregnant lady, "I'm the working mum-to-be who pays her taxes and is equally disappointed as the rest of these working people that their tax money goes towards paying your benefits. I'm also a wife of a hard-working man who also pays taxes and is effed off as I am about you milking the system. Now tell me, who the effing hell are you?" Karen, now raging, she aggressively walks towards us. My back goes up. I don't make a habit of hitting women, but I will block one who would attack another woman. Unless that woman is my wife, then I'll knock her opponent's sparks out without a second thought. However, I didn't have to, as the smartly dressed black lady stands up and coolly says, "Go back to your children and shut the F up before I turn you inside out." I look at the pregnant lady. She looks at me. Guy sitting next to the pregnant lady gets up to get off at the next stop. Pregnant lady grabs my arm and literally swings me onto the empty seat. Karen looks at the 3 of us with the entitled contempt before leading her kids, none of whom have made a comment during the incident, off the train, swearing and muttering under her breath. The black lady sits back down and looks at me. Black lady, "You, sir, are a gentleman. I can see that. Hence why I jumped in to save you from having to fight her." Me, "Thank you. I appreciate it." The black lady nods at me and then looks at the pregnant lady. Black lady, "And you, darling, that was brilliant what you said. You don't hold back." Pregnant lady, "South London born and bred." Black lady, "Same here." Both ladies look at me. Me, "Same here." So, to cut a long story short, both ladies left the train at the same stop, leaving me with something to tell my wife when I got home. I think if Karen doesn't want people saying what they really think about her, maybe she probably shouldn't go around starting arguments with people. Just saying. What do you guys think about this story? Please leave your comments in the comment section down below. That's all the stories I have for today. Links to the original Reddit posts will be in the description box below. Please stop on by Reddit to show the OP some love and an upvote. If you enjoy my content, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded new videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.